as your real estate business grows, it becomes less of a question of what to maintain it and more of a question of who. Let's talk about your first hires as you grow your real estate business. Now, I want to start this off by saying you are going to want to figure this out. Take it from me. Take it from someone who's been there. You're going to want to figure this out way before you actually need this in place. Because if you wait until you are super, super busy and you have to have somebody in place to help support the growth of your business, you have already waited too long. It is already too late, and some things might be about ready to hit the fan, if you know what I'm saying. Things become very chaotic when you grow beyond what your infrastructure can support. And so that's what we want to avoid here. So while I'm sharing this information with you, I want to challenge you to take this slow with me, pause this video, write down some notes, get an understanding of where you are right now, where you want to be, and let's talk about who you're going to need in place to make that happen. We're going to begin with a transaction coordinator. This is the first person that you're going to bring on to help support the growth of your real estate business. Now, sometimes I see brand new agents who start with their very first files with a transaction coordinator because it might be simple, it might be provided by their team or their brokerage. I think that's okay. I think sometimes that's a mistake, though. And it's really depending on the situation. The reason I think this might be a mistake is it is really important for you to understand the flow of transactions, to understand how the documents work together, how all the contingencies shake out on paper. You need to have a really solid understanding of that if you are a newer agent before you just ultimately hand over the keys to the kingdom. Because if that individual falls through, or if that transaction coordinator, I don't know, leaves the industry, if you decide to leave your team and broker, you're starting from scratch, and it is not a good look to be fumbling around with paperwork because you didn't take the time to learn your contracts. So there's my little caveat there. If you're new and you've done at least 5 to 10 transactions yourself, hand to hand throughout every single page of the documents, then at the point that you start generating about 2 to 3 deals per month consistently, go right ahead and hand that off to your transaction coordinator. There's no reason why you need to be messing around with a lot of paperwork if you already understand them and if it's become something that's routine. What we're really trying to do here is get an understanding of your most profitable activities, meaning the specific tasks that you do that result in the most income. Push and paper is not one of them. So transaction coordinator is an easy one to bring on once you're ready. So say you take care of that, you have more time to prospect and your business grows. You are now closing 3, 4, maybe even 5 deals a month consistently. Or you have reached that level of hitting 2 to 3 deals a month consistently and you want to grow to 3 to 5 deals a month consistently. Now it's time to start discussing bringing on an administrative or a marketing assistant, or kind of a hybrid of the two. This individual is going to take off more of those lower ROI activities that don't necessarily make you money, but have to get done. This might look like ordering supplies or gifts. This might look like facilitating marketing campaigns that you've already created and scheduled. This might look like putting together flyers or helping prep for new listing presentations or buyer consultations. You know how many hats you have to wear in this business, so choose like 8 of them that fall into this kind of category, and those are the tasks that you are going to hand off to an admin or marketing assistant. The goal of an admin or marketing assistant is to help you grow your business by taking off as many of your duties as possible, right? So ultimately what we're trying to do is delegate everything but your prospecting and critical marketing activities. Prospecting are activities that involve you picking up the phone or meeting with people face to face, or literally sitting in front of a camera like this. So next, once your business continues to grow and that relationship is solidified with the admin and marketing assistants, then you can start thinking about ways to delegate the work that comes with transaction-related matters that you actually have to be licensed for. Now, you have a couple of routes that you can take here, and there's no one right or wrong way to do this. But what a lot of agents will do is they will bring on a showing assistant. Okay, so this might look like specifically a buyer's agent, an agent who's licensed. Maybe they're newer and looking for experience, and you're going to have them take on a lot of your showings, maybe some previews, maybe holding open houses for listings, and then maybe even some appraisals and inspections if that person is trained up with those types of activities. Because again, ultimately what we're trying to do is get rid of everything on your plate that is not directly involved with growing your business, like prospecting and marketing. Now, as I said, some agents will straight up hire an individual who's already licensed, but there's a couple ways we can do this. Say the assistant who you brought on is really strong in a lot of different roles and they have an interest in becoming a licensed agent themselves. Why not pay for that individual to get licensed, train them in this new role, and give them a promotion, and then allow them to help you onboard their replacement and train their replacement? So not only are you creating a pathway for forward and upward movements for your employees, you're also reducing the amount of training that you have to do as your business continues to grow. If you do things in this way, where every role is going to replace itself as they continue to move up, you will never have to train and onboard another individual in your business, which is kind of a nice way to do it. Now, from there, you've got a small but mighty team, right? And this is where my husband and I like to live. So we're on our 8th year of business. We kind of just want to be a really solid powerhouse duo and keep it as small but mighty as possible. Some agents have an eye for more growth, right? So this is where you can start to think about recruiting more agents or creating a more robust marketing team in terms of advertising, video marketing, all kinds of different campaigns that you can run to create a huge business if that's what you want to do. There's a lot of ways that you can do this, and it's really individualized. There's no one right or wrong way to do it, but you do not get the freedom of making those choices and designing the next level of your business without having these core hires in place. Now, here's the thing. None of this is going to happen. None of this is going to happen and be good if you don't have your systems already created in your business. If you go to make your first hire and you don't have a blueprint for them to follow, if you don't even have a checklist for them to follow, if you don't even have a really clear, solid job description, that new hire is going to crash and burn. And it is not because they are not going to be good at what they're doing or a hard worker. It's going to be because you were a poor hiring manager. You were a poor business owner. And so this is actually something that you need to have in place way before you even consider starting to bring on more people. And this is actually what I do in the Market Authority Academy. I work with agents to help them identify their most high leverage systems that need to be put in place in their business. And I give them a lot of that work already done for them so that they can plug it in and hit the ground running. No more recreating the wheel. If that sounds interesting to you, all the details are below in the caption. You can book a time to speak with me and we'll decide together if working together is a good fit. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit subscribe to this and hit that little bell notification icon, not only so that you and I can stay in touch, but it really helps me. It helps support this channel and it tells the algorithm who else needs to see my content. And my mission is to help impact the real estate industry as a whole. And if you're able to help support me in doing that, I definitely want to stay in touch with you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, keep on crushing it.